Losing sleep at night because of a sciatica problem can be miserable and infuriating, especially for those that have to wake up the next day grumpy, groggy, and have to deal with people that just don't quite get how much pain they're in. I'm going to cover with you today the top 5 tips for getting better sleep at night for people that are suffering from sciatica. My name is Dr. David, and I'm a specialist physical therapist over at Paso Manual Physical Therapy. I've been helping out people with sciatica problems for years now. Our specialty is helping people stay active, healthy, and mobile while avoiding unnecessary surgeries, injections, and painkillers. So let me get into the top 5 tips for you. Tip number 1, get pillows under your lower legs and knees. What I mean by this is get your feet elevated, get your knees elevated from the level of the bed. You might need to squeeze under there 2, 3, or more pillows, or get very thick pillows to get your legs kind of in an L position with your feet right here so that you take pressure off your back and put some slack on the sciatic nerve. Sleeping like this might take some getting used to at the very beginning, but because it does take tension off the sciatic nerve, for most people, it can be a very comfortable position to get into at night so that they can avoid taking pain medications and get a restful night of sleep. Tip number 2, lie on a firm surface. Now you've probably heard of people that go lie down on the floor and that's the only way they can get relief for a sciatica problem or a back problem in some cases. And there's some truth behind this. What happens is most people suffering from a sciatica problem typically are too curved in their lower back, and lying down on the floor undoes that curve. It flattens out the curve a bit. Versus lying on the bed with the cushion of the bed allows for the curve to occur, and a lot of times that curve needs to flatten out. A good medium to avoid having to lie down on the floor is to get an exercise pad. I don't mean like a yoga mat, I mean something a little bit more substantial and thick like this that you can unravel. Another alternative is a camping mat, like a pad that you would use to sleep on when camping. You would put that on top of your bed to create a more firm surface to lie on, and you can combine this with the pillow advice so that you can get the back flattened out and get your legs up and put some slack on your nerves. Tip number 3. Now this one just takes a little bit of foresight and planning, but using some ice and or heat before going to bed can allow you to fall asleep a bit easier. Now I say ice and or heat because for some people ice tends to work better for them, but for others it might not. It kind of flares them up and they would prefer heat, and that's fine. You can use heat. The science, the medical field is undecided on which one's best when, as far as ice versus heat. So what I tell my clients is find out what works best for you. And then a third alternative is to contrast, to use alternating ice and heat in order to get the relief that you're looking for. Ultimately, what you're trying to do is avoid having to take pain medications to go to sleep at night by using the ice or heat or a combination of the two. Tip number 4, get a little bit of a rocking exercise before going to bed. Now, the best exercise to get immediate relief from sciatica, it's only going to be temporary. It's the first step of many to relieve the sciatica problem for good. The first step is to get on all fours on your hands and knees. You'll have to do this on your bed or on the floor. And from your hands and knees, sit back like a dog or a cat sitting on its haunches. Slowly rock back and forth, controlling the motion, and do this for about 2 to 3 minutes. You can do it for more than that, but typically 2 to 3 minutes is enough to get the effect that you're looking for. After that, you can go lie in your bed and see if you can get a little more comfortable going to sleep. Tip number 5, get expert help. The quickest way to overcome the sciatica problem so that you can get better sleep at night is to get expert help. Somebody like a specialist physical therapist who's often treated sciatica problems successfully without surgery, without medications or injections is going to be the best type of healthcare professional to solve your specific sciatica problem. There's many causes to sciatica, and unraveling the problem that each individual has is truly a process that takes expertise. I strongly encourage you to seek help so that you can get back to sleeping as fast as possible and end dealing with this problem longer than you need to. Hey, if you found this video helpful and useful, please hit the subscribe button here and share it with a friend that you know might be suffering from a sciatica problem. And go over to our YouTube channel to find our playlist full of more tips and helpful advice for sciatica problems. I hope that we can help you out real soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.